Skip Bayless and Lil Wayne?
Undisputed will be Skip Bayless and Lil Wayne.
Like for good? Or just for an episode?
I bet it's for good.
Did Stephen A. Smith quit?
That would be a choice.
Well, no, it wasn't Skip and
that quit.
Yeah, it was Skip and
Shannon.
Shannon, I'm sorry, yeah.
And then before Shannon, it was another black guy, wasn't it?
Wasn't it him and Stephen A. Smith on ESPN?
It was Stephen A. for First Take.
Yeah. Because then Skip left and went to Fox.
White voice, black voice. I hate it.
And now it's Skip Bayless and...
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do on Final Wrestling Place and Viewer's Choice, baby.
That is true.
Except Marcus is half, and I'm half, kind of. I claim it.
I mean, you're invited to the barbecue.
I'm invited to the barbecue, and I know I can't say the N-word. I'm the best.
You season your chicken, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. I saw this Instagram.
And I'm sneaky nice at the spades table.
I saw this this Instagram video earlier of it was just like a pan of white rice and completely cooked but unseasoned chicken, and they cuts to this guy.
Everybody's so creative.
Just pushing every spice in the cabinet, just one of them, please. Please use one of them.
You've seen those TikToks, right?
Oh, she's great.
Everybody's so creative.
Yeah.
Go on down to Kiki's house. She's got everything.
And if I haven't seen them, I will now because my phone has heard us talking about them.
Yeah.
So did you watch that Insta video I sent yet?
Let me pull it up here.
It's a bit of a touchy subject, but I never knew this occurred.
Okay. Let me.
I'll never forget hearing Joe Buck on the verge of tears and everyone just seeing all these mortified people
about Damar Hamlin.
We might have just seen someone die tonight on live national television. Stunned silence. Whopper, 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 whopper. I was like, yo!
So we'll take another break here in Cincinnati.
Whopper, whopper, whopper. Oh my God.
So apparently that's the commercial they cut to. It was Joe Buck throwing it to a commercial break because Damar is still down. It's just a total standstill.
Even
Burger King comes in with the Whopper, Whopper, Whopper song. Man.
Because, I would assume, I've never been in large TV production like that. Well, no, I've definitely been in a Burger King, Tim. Look at me. But
you worked at a Burger King, right?
I worked at Burger King. I actually loved working at Burger King. But which is also probably why I'm as fat as I am, because
real talk. Did you ever spit in the food?
No, never once.
Did you ever fuck with it at all?
No, never once.
Good boy.
You don't fuck with anybody's food, man.
That's true. Amen.
You don't fuck anybody's food. Now, what was fun to do is you would make extra, because at Burger King you have the heated the heated shoots, anything with lettuce, onion, tomato, you couldn't pre-make because you would sit there and wilt and get gross on the heater. But things like a regular, a double regular cheeseburger, you could kind of pre-make those, and you would mark the time, and they would sit there for a little bit. And when they were set to expire, the manager, whoever was working the front, would throw them out, but we'd be like, when something's going to expire, you just grab it, you go back in the back and eat. So me and my buddies, when we'd be on the burger line, we would always make an extra double cheeseburger or two to throw on the line, so that we'd see nap, and then we just go back and eat them.
Bring it back, Bill.
But I would I've never worked in large TV production, but I just assume that Burger King pays for the ad break at the second commercial of the second quarter or whatever it was, and unfortunately,
I agree. It's just unfortunately,
it's certainly very unfortunate timing.
And it's an awful song, very catchy.
Oh, it's super catchy,
very catchy jingle,
but not the time.
Speaking of songs and catchy jingles, did you hear what President Trump got hit with?
No.
In Iowa?
No.
So apparently they were doing a press conference, not a press conference, but a caucus with a bunch of Republicans. and
call them Caucasians.
Yeah, that too. But everybody usually he comes out to "God Bless the USA."
Okay.
By Lee Greenwood.
Yeah.
But this time, everybody came out to a different song where the lyrics are someone could be president, someone could go to jail.
Oh, Only in America by Brooks and Dunn. Yeah. So some could end up going to prison. One might be president, I think is the lyric.
And Trump goes up there and he's pissed.
Good. Fuck him.
Yeah, well, don't do illegal shit and you won't go to jail.
So also I didn't know that, like, I thought like the whole like the Dark Brandon thing was, I thought that was just like dark. Like have you heard about that like whenever so the Republicans had aired like these, I guess, these commercials to try to get like Trump reelected, and they were airing like dark MAGA commercials, like what would happen, I guess, if Trump didn't get reelected. I don't know the whole premise of them, but then like other people started airing like Dark Brandon like memes and stuff. So anytime like a legislation would pass or like a positive jobs report would come out, they would share like a meme of Biden either like with his sunglasses on or like these glowing red eyes, and it was Dark Brandon. Like Dark Brandon's doing all this work while like Sleepy Joe's like not doing anything yet. And like the Biden administration has like completely embraced this to the point where they actually have a Dark Brandon like a Dark Brandon coffee mug, and they shared it. There's Joe. You probably can't see it. You're gonna get the audio. He's drinking a cup of coffee.
I like my coffee dark.
And it's this Biden mug with his eyes like
with his eyes
glowing red.
I saw that.
But like, why the hell won't this just pause? And like, it's for sale on like the Biden Harris, like shop.joebiden.com.
Yo, I'm buying this.
You can get your Dark Brandon dark roast mug for
holy crap!
It's like for $22.
I feel like the Biden administration is leaning into just some of the shit that like they cut a commercial with Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah.
Like a week or two ago, where she was like running down all these things that Biden is doing, and Biden's like, yeah, we're making all these changes. Yeah, that's us.
Like, I mean, why wouldn't you?
And I'm just getting started.
Right, like why wouldn't you steer into the skid if like the like Man. You're trying to be the opposite of what the alternative's going to be?
Sure.
Might as well steer into it.
I mean, all the while, the alternative just keeps going. I feel further and further right. I don't know. Not to make this a politics.
Right, but no.
We could go long distance on politics if we wanted to.
But I mean, it's. I saw, okay, because there was, arrest number 5 and indictment number 78, I believe. I've lost count of them, quite frankly.
Mambo number 5.
But like, there was a guy outside the courthouse because, isn't it funny how, and again, I guess we're going to go down this road for a little bit, but like anytime that there is a pride parade or some sort of like left wing protest or something, it's, man, you people need to get a job. But somehow every single time Trump gets arrested or indicted, these guys can like hang out at the courthouse. But there's this one guy, and the person is asking him on camera, they're like, well, if he's convicted of any of these charges, like, would you still vote for him? He goes, well, yeah, these are fake charges anyway. And the guy's like, okay, fine, let's play along. If you witnessed him committing like an actual he straight up asked him, he's like, is there a crime that Trump could commit that would keep you from voting for him? And the guy's like, no, he's the perfect president. And I'm just like,
that's where we're at.
It's like, you're so far gone at that point. So yeah, I'm totally on board with the Biden administration just being like, yeah, let me just steer in the complete opposite direction of whatever the hell that side's doing.
Dark Brand.
Just, I love it. I freaking love it.
Now, the whole Brandon thing, that stemmed from a NASCAR interview. Am I correct? Like, that's where the Let's Go, because the crowd was actually chanting, fuck Joe Biden.
Yeah,
correct?
and he said, let's
like, the
go
announcer
Brandon.
was like, oh, they really like you. They're chanting, let's go Brandon, which is clearly what they weren't chanting.
Right.
And that's where it was. Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because I've seen, like, NASCAR stickers that say, let's go Brandon.
Yeah.
And I assume that's where it was. I just wanted to confirm that.
Yeah. So,
look at that. There's your history lesson for the day, boys and girls.
Just the utmost level of maturity and all of that.
Here's the deal. I think it's pretty obvious that, in my opinion, let me just say that Donald Trump's a piece of shit. I truthfully believe that Hunter Biden is probably a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that there are things that Joe Biden knows that he'll never cop to knowing about his piece of shit son, Hunter Biden. I'm going to call it exactly how I see it. I would just love to not have to vote for one or two pieces of shit. Like, can we do better as a nation and put, like, honest, legitimate, and again, honesty and politician probably don't belong in the same sentence. But we have to do better, right? Like, this has to start at, like, each party nominating just a decent person for once.
Yeah, and
Hillary Clinton was probably a piece of shit.
Probably.
Bill Clinton,
where we
was
could
a piece
start?
Of shit. Let's start with not nominating.
Can we start? I know, like,
shit.
we have the minimum age for president, like 35. Can we, like, start? Can we make an amendment, like, where there has to be a maximum age?
Too many old people vote.
But I mean,
that's all they live for.
Well, but like, we're gonna have
and then we can get the population down.
We're gonna have an 80-year-old and a 78-year-old, assuming, like, Trump's gonna legally be able to run next year. Like, what?
So, real talk.
Yeah,
real talk. Claw here for a second. If it comes out that Trump can't run, does Joe walk away?
No, I don't think he does.
Because I think the only reason Joe's running is because Donald's running.
Okay, I think it also depends on who the...
If Don's out of the question and it ends up being like a DeSantis or somebody that's pretty extreme with the woke and the rewriting of history, I feel like you can probably pop any Democrat in there and it'll be a cakewalk for the Democrats to win.
The problem is, man, there's no Democrats ready for that. There's not a single one. That's another reason why they put Biden forward 3 years ago.
Matt's ready to fight
because there wasn't another option.
Machine.
There's a few people, like, in the pipeline, and I think the governor of Pennsylvania, Shapiro, is one of them. But they're not ready. Like, they're not ready for that, like, big.
Yeah, you got a good point there, Jim.
Like, and if it is DeSantis, who's let's be honest, that guy's putting his own career in the tank at this point. He's polling below, like, Republican mid-carders at this point.
There is a travel advisory for Florida
because of leprosy.
Like, leprosy.
Yeah.
Leprosy.
Like that biblical
disease. That's
disease.
You're taking your state. Yeah, leprosy.
I mean,
really?
Let's be fair. I honestly cannot wait for the Trump DeSantis face-off, though. Nothing. It was a leprosy joke.
Because it's leprosy.
Yeah.
It was a leprosy joke.
Yeah. Good Lord. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love it if Trump literally could not run. That would just be fantastic. But, like, yeah, I mean, honestly, I guess I don't even know what the Republicans would do at that point. That's the wildest part.
It's wild when a former Republican, like myself, now a more centrist, probably a more liberal than anything, here's somebody like Chris Christie talking, and I'm like, you kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, the Republicans have gone that far right that Chris Christie is like, it's kind of the voice of reason for your party right now.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Actually, the governor of, I want to say it's like New Hampshire or Massachusetts. I'll give EJ credit for, like, pointing this guy out to me. I think his name's like Chris Sununu. He's like super level headed. He's already, like, he was going to run for the Republican ticket, and then, like, but the thing I said is, like, any level headed Republican is not going to survive right now, and he's already, like, dropped out of that race. But
there was a fringe candidate. I can't think of his name. I saw a video from like a Christian TikTok or something like that, from like a Christian pack, that was saying, like, as a Republican, we can't vote for this guy. He is like literally the devil in disguise. Like, he is a Muslim, and our Christian God won't allow us to vote for a Muslim, a non-Christian, and our Christian God won't be disrespected like that. So what is going? How can you even what? How are we talking about like that level of talk in 2023?
Yeah, like it's crazy.
Yeah, seems nuts to me. And again, I'm never going to take anybody's religion away from them. That is your absolute choice between you and your God.
And I mean,
but that's
like,
insane.
And I get, like, when talking about religions compared to Christianity, like, Mormon is closer to Christianity than like somebody who's Muslim. But Mitt Romney was the Republican candidate less than a decade ago, and he's a Mormon. And now they're to the point where it's like, you know, our God won't let us vote for somebody who's not a Christian. I'm like, man, it is wild to see how far that party has just dissolved
How do you
itself.
please a woman from Idaho? Give her Mormon at night.
My guy is Jeff Jackson.
I thought you were going to say Jeff Jarrett. I swear to God.
No, Jeff Jackson from North Carolina.
Okay.
He's solid. He's on TikTok.
Okay.
Is that
And
the
he's
guy
doing,
that
like, fireside chat?
sits and do all those chat? Yeah. Is he a Republican?
Democrat.
Okay.
Oh, no, okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
The Republicans, the only chance the Republican Party has at this point to turn it around is if eventually they, do what they did back in the day and flip the parties where the Democrats become the Republicans and the Republicans are the Democrats.
Yeah. Because I mean, and that's the thing is, I don't know how that party comes back from where they are now. It's insane. It's insane where they are. Cool. There's your 20-minute politics discussion that we didn't see coming on the 3CT Tuesday podcast. But I just want to remind anyone listening, we will not be live this Thursday, but we will still have content. So if you are subscribed everywhere, you'll get that in your feed. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button so you do not miss this Thursday's show. But Tim, I think this one you had kind of shared to the group. I don't know if you even necessarily intended this to be a podcast topic, but I liked it enough to make it one.
No, I totally did.
Okay.
I totally did.
So do you want to give us the little Iggy on it?
Sure. So, I'm trying to remember where I actually saw this on Wheeler Yuta's Facebook.
Uter.
But not his work in Facebook, his shoot Facebook.
Oh, okay.
And this is on his wall of the 7 wrestlers theory, where it's 7 different things there's 7 different like categories that can explain, like, the 7 wrestlers can explain your fandom or how you feel about wrestling.
Okay.
And so number 1 is the one that made you fall in love with wrestling.
Okay, I'll
yeah, go ahead.
All right, we'll just do one at a time. I'll go me, Ryan, Tim, and Matt, or Matt and then Tim. Bret Hart for me.
I remember growing up and having an Ultimate Warrior folder in my Trapper Keeper, and that was like my favorite folder. And he was so over the top, so I have to go the Ultimate Warrior.
For me, overall, I think I was a fan of Michaels first, but I think Eddie is the one that made me love wrestling.
And for me, it is the Great Muta.
Okay.
As soon as I saw Great Muta, I was hooked. So, Number 2 is your newest favorite wrestler. So not like the newest wrestler that, not like most recent. How I'm viewing it is like not the newest wrestler that's your favorite, but like who has recently been added to your favorite wrestlers list.
Okay. All right.
Tim, I think to summarize what you're saying is we're all fans of LA Knight, but that's probably not the answer here.
Well, is LA Knight the newest person, or not newest person?
I think he's the newest person that I would be supporting, but I wouldn't classify him yet as one of my favorites.
Right. But to me, it's like, who is the last person you added to your favorite wrestlers list?
Okay.
Not like Tiffany Stratton debuted 3 weeks ago and she's my favorite.
I mean, she is
like,
kind of my favorite.
Cross off Tiffany Stratton, I guess.
It could be that, but if you're going back and like you're watching wrestling and you're like, damn, you know who is really effing good? Fucking Earthquake. And then you just fall into an Earthquake hole. And
okay. So yeah, it's not necessarily a new wrestler. It's just somebody that okay, I got it. I mean,
newest favorite wrestler.
And here's the thing, because like I don't know if this person will last on like my all-time favorites list, but like in terms of like current favorites, Dominic Mysterio, like the dude is just absolutely killing it and is so good at what he does. Like right now, currently, I would say he is my newest favorite wrestler.
I think the person that I most recently added to my favorite wrestlers list, and it's a bummer that his AEW career hasn't fully blossomed into what it could be, but would have to be Adam Cole.
Baby.
Gotcha. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, trying to think, because it's kind of similar to Jim's. I don't think that he's going to stand the test of time, but I'm really enjoying everything that Damian Priest has been doing with this new storyline. And I think that if you were to ask me, one of the reasons like I tune into wrestling, it's kind of to see where his storyline eventually goes with the briefcase.
For sure. And my answer is actually a Japanese wrestler. You all don't know him yet, but you probably will. He is one of the new incarnation of the Three Musketeers in New Japan Pro Wrestling. His name is Yota Tsuji. He is such a good-looking man, and he throws a nasty spear. And so everybody pay respect to Huge Suge.
I like a good spear.
Yeah. Not pickled spears, or Sean Spears. But
I don't really like Sean Spears.
Number 3, the one that always makes you smile.
Stacy Keith.
Roll Tide.
I'll go DX. More from like the antics. Like I think about more of the gimmick side, because like I don't necessarily know like a match that would make me smile necessarily. But I'll go DX on this one.
I'm gonna go Stone Cold Steve Austin, because I can't think of a time when I was watching wrestling when that glass didn't break and I went,
I like it.
Austin. I made a face of enjoyment for the listening crowd who couldn't see what I did.
It was all of us.
It was a smiling O face.
Nice. Appreciate you.
I like that. Matt?
For me, it would be The Rock, just because of all the promos that were being cut back in the day. I think even on his returns, he was always just so great on the mic that it was fun to see him back no matter what.
Tim?
For me, it's Big E. Like, part of me in a different life, and I can say this now because it's Tuesday and SummerSlam has already happened. But part of me in my bizarro world was like, okay, Gunther has defeated Drew McIntyre for the Intercontinental Championship.
We all saw it.
And the New Day's music hits. And here comes Kofi, and here comes Xavier, and here comes a healthy Big E to topple Gunther. And like,
I don't know what is this. Rich Holland gets him again.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God, I would fucking cry. I would cry so hard. But like, I'm done. I'm begging for the day that Big E comes back. He just makes me smile all the time.
Was it 2 weekends ago? I think you can find it on Hulu. I know for sure. It was the WWE women versus the WWE men on Celebrity Family Feud. And all three members of the New Day were on it. It was an entertaining watch. I always I love a good Family Feud. So
I do too. Number 4, Big Jim, your comfort wrestler.
Also Stacy Keibler. No. To not reuse an answer, I will say Triple H. He has always been in like amongst my favorites, and I have always enjoyed his work. So I can always easily fall back onto a Triple H match or something. So yeah, Triple H.
I'm going to go the other side of DX and go Shawn Michaels here. I think just reliability. You always knew what you were going to get for the most part with Shawn Michaels, and you're going to get a high-quality match. And just knowing that, I think that would be my comfort wrestler. He's the mac and cheese of professional wrestling.
Matt?
I will also say Shawn Michaels here. He's the one whose matches I revisit the most. The one who the storylines were always fun. Just the DX stuff and the quality of matches that you were getting. So he would be my easy answer here.
Mine is Randy Orton.
Nice.
I could watch Randy Orton matches all day, every day. 5. But
Randy Orton, it was super cool. I thought on my copy of SummerSlam to see Randy Orton come out after the Intercontinental title match, and it was Randy Orton on my version that confronted Gunther.
I had Randy Orton. I had Randy Orton coming out and confronting Cody Rhodes.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get that one on mine. I must have a different version of the cock than you do.
We have different cocks.
What's number 5? Oh, number 5?
The one you miss the most.
I gotta go Owen Hart, because I like there was just, I feel like there was so much missed with him, and I know like his family has said like that he was probably going to retire not long after he passed, but like, and I know Chris Jericho has talked about it, like when you think about some of the guys that came into the WWF like in the couple of years after Owen passed away, like I think Owen could have had a career or like revitalization with some of like the guys that came over from WCW. And, you know, I know everybody, like there's a lot of people talk about the Bret Hart Kurt Angle dream match. I think you could have probably gotten a better match out of Owen Hart and Kurt Angle. So, and obviously, you know, the around the way he passed too, like contributes to this answer. But yeah, Owen Hart for me.
Yeah, I think Jim, to kind of piggyback off of your answer, you always want to see a wrestler go out the way they want to go out and be done when they want to be done. And it's hard, and I'm gonna have to just say Bret Hart. Nah, fuck that. Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper is my real answer.
What an asshole.
Bret's not even dead yet. Bret's not even passed away yet.
To not repeat an answer, I will say China, just because of the tragic way her story ended, and even still, like, not getting the recognition she deserved for some time, still not getting the recognition she deserves and being put into the Hall of Fame solo. But I think that overall, I would have just liked to see her get like a win towards the end in her personal life.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
That's a great one.
Shoot. I'm looking around trying to gain inspiration from like the figs around me. So I'm gonna have to go with Batista, man. But like, just for whatever reason, like I could get Batista back right now and just be so happy. Even for like a one-off program. So much fun. I'd enjoy it. I know he's not for everybody, but it's
Ryan
for me,
loves
it's my
him.
pick.
What an awful pick, Tim.
No.
Man.
But I mean, he
Multiple-time world champion, future WWE Hall of Famer, best acting wrestler in the whole world, Dave Batista.
The Miz. Have you not seen
I'd
those
rather
Marine
go
movies?
down a slip and slide drenched with Bret Hart's drool than have to watch another Dave Batista match.
Would you rather go down a metal slide face first backwards like that one cop?
Oh, jeez, he was hauling ass.
Have you seen the video? Have you seen the video where they reverse it and they're like park slide gobbles up policeman? And he goes firing up into this slide at like a bullet train, dude.
I've not seen that one yet.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's hilarious.
It's not funny to joke about police officers getting fucked up by slides, but damn it, it was funny as shit.
All bets are off
Yeah.
here at the 3CT pod.
Yeah, number 6. The one you'd protect with your whole life.
Easiest one on the list.
Rhea Ripley. No, actually, she would protect me her whole life. Man, I don't know.
Number 6, Mommy. Easiest one you could pick. You're damn right it's Rhea Ripley.
I'll go. I'll go Kevin Owens. He's a good guy. He's a fellow fluffy guy. I've always loved Kevin Owens.
Unreal, Jim. You could have went back and fucking saved Owen, and you pick Kevin Owens.
Well, I didn't want to duplicate an answer, Ryan.
We don't even have rules on this one.
I made my own rule, I guess. I made my own rule with the answer 3. I can't change the rule now.
The answer is absolutely Rhea Ripley. With all of my might, I would protect her.
I would protect Trish. She's a national treasure for Canada, and she is certainly one worthy of protection.
I am protecting Tiger Mom at all costs. Asuka and I'm like the Mrs. Dad. Just I will fight Cocaine Bear for Asuka. If she's just crazy enough, she'll fight with me. Number 7, the one you're rooting for the most.
It's a tough one.
The Miz. I'll go with The
You
Miz.
don't need the help.
I mean, you don't need it, but I'm still going to root for him the most.
I think I'm going to pick one that needs it.
Okay.
I'm going to start rooting for Shanky.
Oh my god.
No, but I hope LA Knight gets his flowers before he retires.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Yeah. For me, the answer is always going to be Daniel Bryan Danielson. Just want to see him get the career that he's really wanted, to go out his way, to succeed how he's wanted. He, with the injury, everything he went through, and having to come back, doing it with two companies, I think I'd like to see him kind of go out on top with what he views as the top.
I've got a ton of personal answers, with the Boar, with Bro Keller, with Eddie Kingston, with Orange Cassidy. But I'm going to go with my heart, and I'm always going to root for them.
Nigel.
There's an addiction. There's an addiction for me with this person. It's Cody Rhodes, man. I'm always going to root for Cody. Like, even though he pisses me off so much, and he tries his best to be likable, but in doing so, he makes himself so unlikable.
From likable to unlikable.
From unlikable to unlikable, the Cody Rhodes story.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, I like that topic, Tim. Thank you for sharing that one. Next one, I think, Ryan, this actually came from you.
Oh God, do I have to do something? Oh, okay, good.
Can we see those? Do you want to?
Nope, you're doing fine.
Okay, perfect. So Ryan shared us this graphic with us, his favorite rock single from 1985, and it has looks like 20.
We were all born in 1985, right?
I was.
Or before?
Tim was after. Tim's young.
Tim, you're after?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shoot, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I think he's probably
okay.
heard all or most of these songs.
Probably not, but it's okay.
But it's his favorite rock single, 1985. So we're gonna go line by line, and we'll just pick which now do we want to do this draft style? So if somebody takes it,
No.
Are we going this way or are we going this way?
we'll go
Let's do
up
Rose.
and down or left and right?
We'll go left to right. So we'll do the groups of 6. Does that make the most sense?
I think that'll make it easier for this
Okay.
one, yeah.
All right. So first one, we got Dire Straits, Money for Nothing, Autograph, Turn Up the Radio, Simple Minds, Don't You Forget About Me, The Cult, She Sells Sanctuary. Is that?
Mm-hmm.
I have trouble reading that one. Aha, Take on Me, and Bon Jovi, In and Out of Love. Ryan, you can go first on this one.
This one made it into the greatest movie of all time. Not another teen movie. So it'll be Simple Minds, Don't You Forget About Me.
All right. Matt?
For me, it will be Take on Me.
All
Both
right.
the original and the acoustic cover.
Oh, the
And
acoustic
I'm out.
cover pops. Tim's
I'm
got
out.
Tim got
You
rock.
don't know any of those songs.
I may know them if I heard them.
Tim, this is upsetting.
I cannot pick out. I could not pick out. I could not even guess hum any of these other songs.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not an old.
First off, rude.
Okay. I mean, I am an
You
old.
always act like you're like 12 years younger than us.
I'm a young boy.
Like a year and a half.
I'm in my early mid.
I'm sad. I probably don't even want to play him because they're probably not going to come across through this anyway. But let me try. Like, you got to know Money for Nothing, right?
I'm checking right now.
I will pull up the Take on Me because I know you know that song.
Well, yeah, but Matt already took that one. Because if
we are doing it draft style.
We're not doing it draft style.
Did we decide we're not?
Oh,
no, we're not. So you're clear then, Tim.
Oh, then there's two that I know.
Oh, okay.
I'm picking "Don't You Forget About Me."
Oh, perfect.
So you took the ones that you already knew,
right? Because I'm
the other
like, we're
one
doing
was
this
what?
draft
Take on
style. Yeah, "Take on Me" and "Don't You Forget About Me."
Turn Up the Radio is a solid little rock anthem.
Yeah, it's decent.
And Money for Nothing, it's not Dire Straits' best song. That's Walk of Life.
Yeah, it's still all right though. Out of these, yeah, no, not draft style. I will take on Me as well. All right, next row, we have Motley Crue's Home Sweet Home, Wasp's Wild Child, Y&T's Summertime Girls, Heart's Never, Loverboy, Lovin' Every Minute of It, and Foreigner, I Want to Know What Love Is, Ryan.
See, I only know 2 on this one.
With the end 2?
Yep.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to go Home Sweet Home by Motley Crue. That's a great song.
Matt?
I'm also going to go Home Sweet Home by Motley Crue.
Tim?
I'm gonna go different, and I'm gonna go. I want to know what love is, even though the answer is "Home Sweet Home" by.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Home Sweet Home as well. I know all of these because I worked with a headbanger for like an '80s hair metal dude for a number of years, so I've heard all of them. But yeah, Home Sweet Home is real good. All right, next one: Dio's "Hungry for Heaven," Rats' "Lay It Down," Kiss "Tears Are Falling," Dawkins, Alone Again, AC/DC, Shake Your Foundations, Survivors, I Can't Hold Back.
I know none of these.
I know none of these.
I know one of these, to be honest with you.
Is it Can't Hold Back by Survivor?
Yes, Ryan, that's the one.
You know?
That's the one that I know.
Yeah, that's the one I know too. So I'll go that one.
Matt, are you abstaining?
I will just choose the AC/DC one just because I don't want to choose Kiss.
I'm gonna choose Rat.
I'm taking Tears Are Falling on this one. That should have been pretty easy. Which one's that, Rye?
Can't Hold Back.
Okay, I know that one actually.
Yeah, Survivor. I knew that one.
No.
I've heard that. Okay.
It's a bad '80s jam.
Actually, I've probably heard.
Can't stop it.
I'm sure I've heard "Lay It Down" by Rat as well. All right, then
now "Tears Are Falling," Jim. Is that a good Kiss song?
Yeah, and in terms of their '80s work, I think it's one of their stronger songs. Like one of their
is Asylum a strong album?
Asylum's pretty good. It's it's definitely. I mean, it's not my favorite of their non-makeup albums, but
they were wearing plenty of makeup, Jim.
Well, the non-kabuki-ish makeup.
I gotta say something right now.
Go ahead.
I'm watching the music video for "Tears Are Falling." I want to strike from the record anything Kiss did out of paint.
Oh, I mean, visually.
Nope, everything.
Visually
whole
bad.
Cloth.
Visually
whole
bad.
Cloth. Kiss with no paint doesn't exist. You can name them anything else. You can call them Gabba Gabba Yo Baba Babas. You were not calling them Kiss. They're all in clown pants. I can't even tell any of them apart because they all look like girls in the face.
Gene Simmons makes an ugly chick.
There's one that I'm looking at right now in the pink. That's a cute looking man. I don't get it.
Hold on. Let me actually pull up the music video. Oh, that's Paul Stanley.
Yeah, Paul Stanley's a hot man.
Yeah. I mean, it was as 80s as could be.
Like, let me pull this. Let me share this on the screen while you're sharing your screen really quick. This is what I froze on.
Yeah, Paul Stanley.
Yeah, that's a good-looking dude.
Yeah, Paul
if
Stanley.
I'm drunk enough.
Paul Stanley rocked it. Paul Stanley rocked it in the 80s, man. For sure. for sure. All right, last one here, last row. We got Stevie Nicks, Talk to Me, Tears for Fears, Shout, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Don't Come Around Here No More, Pat Benatar's Invincible, Huey Lewis, Power of Love, and REO Speedwagon, Can't Fight This Feeling. That's a strong row.
That's a really good row.
Most
Don't Come Around Here No More. Is that the Alice in Wonderland music video?
No, that is no, that
I'm fairly certain that was the Alice in Wonderland, wasn't it?
I do not know that song.
I'm fairly certain you would be familiar if we played a bit of it. REO Speedwagon's Can't Fight This Feeling is a
Oh, you
bomb.
are right, Ryan. It is. I was getting it
okay.
mixed up with
that will not change my answer. I love that video, but I Can't Fight This Feeling is a fucking bop. Also played in Another Teen Movie.
So Ryan's
Jim, I think it's your audio, man. That sounds choppy real bad.
That sounds
what
real
the
bad.
Fuck? I don't get it.
But your mic sounds fine. Like
when you're
your
talking,
actual talking is fine.
It's a StreamYard thing. It's got to be like a compressed.
maybe Mark
the
was over
host.
and yelled into
Maybe
your
they
microphone.
scramble all music now so that you can't get slapped with copyright infringement.
Maybe I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Well, hold on. We can test that.
Tesla.
Are you gonna try
pull
pull something up, Tim?
Pull up, Don't Come Around Here.
You can play anything that's in the background music of the StreamYard, and it pulls up fine.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Interesting.
interesting.
So Ryan's reasoning of the song being featured in a film should have been saved for this one, where Power of Love is played in one of the greatest films of all time, Back to the Future.
It's a good movie.
God, Huey Lewis in the news was so much better than it had any business being back in the day. Tim.
Fair.
Shout.
I will go Tom Petty. Tom Petty is in my top probably 5 bands that I love.
By the way, they misspelled Tom Petty on the graphic.
Did they really?
Yeah, it's
Tom
P-E-T-Y.
P-E-T-Y.
Oof.
I didn't
Tom
make it.
Petey.
Tom Petty.
Tom Petey Pablo.
Now I'm just
I had
looking
no
over to
clue
see if
you were
anything
not
else.
born by this time, Tim. I apologize, you youngin.
It's okay.
I had another list from like 1979. I didn't share that because none of us was born.
Well, yeah, because Mark's
And
not here.
well, Mark's not here. Yeah.
But yeah, there we go. That was fun. I like that one. And now,
Do we have enough time for this to go?
Let's do it.
To go
Yeah,
go
we
the distance we need to go.
We're going the
How
distance.
many rounds are we doing? 4 or 5?
What is this about again? I forget.
Since it's
I
an
didn't get the run
auction
sheet.
draft anyway, draft order doesn't really matter.
What are we
yeah,
talking about? I don't know.
we're
I don't
doing the
know.
Nickelodeon shows draft.
Oh fuck! I didn't write anything down for that. Let's do it.
Ryan's just gonna fly blind into the
No,
night.
we're doing auction draft, right? $100.
See, I don't know if we have time for an auction draft
I think we do. I think
because
it'll
that's
go quick.
gonna be a lot of time back and forth.
Well,
I mean, we're
do
at
5
50 minutes.
shows,
Like,
you
do we
gotta
want to
budget.
table it for another week?
We
What-
could probably make
No,
a whole
I'm ready
show
to
out
do
of it,
it.
but I could do it.
I'm
I
ready.
mean, I'm down to do it, just maybe not as an auction.
I'm ready as an auction too.
Can you describe the auction draft for somebody who was very ill prepared for this, real quick?
Otherwise, if we don't do auction, how many rounds would we do? 4 or 6?
I mean, we could probably do 6 if we do a regular draft.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, why don't we
I
just?
do
Yeah,
want to do an auction draft at some point, and just I know I have a
yeah,
I can't. I don't know if I can go an extra 30.
yeah. Let's just do 6 rounds, and we'll do an auction draft. Some whatever our next draft.
We'll have an excuse to do another draft. I'm sure.
Yeah. We do these enough that we'll come up with something. All right, so we're doing Nickelodeon shows. I got some notes here. How do we want to determine draft order? Matt, I'll let you determine how we set the draft order because this was your topic.
All right. Well, I never like to put myself first, so Ryan can pick first since he's the least prepared, I guess.
Thanks.
And then I will go last, so I have a back-to-back, and then Tim will go second because he's the youngest.
All right.
I guess I should get a spreadsheet
Beautiful.
so I can track this.
Yeah, if somebody can keep track of them, then we'll get a graphic.
Yeah,
up.
I got it.
I'm just keeping notes for myself so I know what
Shit.
to take.
All right. Seeking a clarification already. If somebody were to take a show like Double Dare that takes all of the incarnations of Double Dare, Family Double Dare 2000.
It does not. You have to be specific.
Ooh, like that.
Because Double Dare and Family Double Dare are significantly different. Because Double Dare is teams of 2 and Family Double Dare is teams of 4.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, performing, answering questions, and doing physical challenges. So completely different. I see what you're talking about.
It's like singles tennis and doubles tennis, you ass.
Right. Tennis is definitely
Different
not
games.
tennis.
I don't know. I would have thought more in the line of Ryan that it would have cleared all double dares, but again, not my topic.
No, because if you're drafting, you're trying to build your strongest team. So you can't just say, I have all double dares. You have to specifically say which double dare you're taking to build your roster.
But I could draft all double dares.
You could.
Falling.
You could if you wanted to be lazy.
Did I do anything prep for this? Are you guys ready? Jim, hit the goddamn sounder.
There it is.
Don't hit the sounder anymore.
Hit the sounder. Do it with your mouth, Jim.
What's that?
Do it with your mouth. I want to hear you do it.
I'm not going to do it with my mouth.
Or whatever. Do it.
I'm
Do
not.
it with your mouth, Jim.
Do it with your mouth.
Not going to do that, Ryan.
All right. So I guess I have the first pick of the draft. The show that I absolutely loved watching growing up. I think it was one of my favorite shows of all time. I'm going to go Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Solid. With my first pick, I'm going to take Nick Arcade.
Okay.
Choice.
With my first pick, I'm going to take Doug off the board.
All right.
Jim, is it true you once dressed as Quail Man for Halloween?
That's not true. That's not true.
I dressed as Doug for Halloween one year because I have a green
you really?
sweater vest.
Nice.
All right. So for my back-to-backs, first one I will take off the board will be the Ren and Stimpy show.
Nice.
And then I want to get a game show as well before it gets too into this. So for my first pick of the second round, I will take Global Guts.
Do you have it?
Off the board. Do you have it?
Very good. Very good.
Go to
So
the
that would
leaderboard.
leave
Mo!
regular Guts still available.
Regular Guts is still
Got it.
available. If you want to take that one.
Wow, Global Guts was at all the kids, but from all over the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
International, even.
At the Extreme Arenas. I think that's what they called that.
I believe.
The ECW arena, actually.
That's where it was.
That's
Bingo Hall in
Ringer.
Philly.
that is exactly where it was. I will take
Where
the.
Maura Quirk lives right now.
I will take the original standard issue hosted by Mark Summers Double Dare with my second pick.
All right.
Mark Summers was just in town last week.
I saw him on
Yeah,
Friday.
it was.
How was that?
It was fantastic,
Did you
hilarious.
get to stick your arm up the nose?
I stuck my arm up the nose, his nose too. Really strange.
That doesn't sound like a very big Jim thing you did.
That does not.
Yeah, actually, no, I'm not touching any noses. Although I would touch. No, you know what? Nope, I'm not even going to go there. because I'm going to make
What
myself.
what about the one with the feet?
Oh,
With
nope.
the flag and the feet toes.
No. That I'll just lose the game. I'll just lose the game. That was hilarious. I laughed so hard I slimed my pants.
I didn't think this was going to come back around to me in round 2. I'm very #blessed that it did. I'm going with the Rugrats.
Good choice. Good choice.
Great choice. All right, and then to wrap up round number 2, I am going to take Salute Your Shorts.
Oof,
Man, that's real good.
It's a good one. I was surprised that one came to me.
Came onto me
in a dream. I'm going to roll that right into my next pick and go with a show that really creeped me out as a kid. I'm going to go Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Fucker.
I love that show.
I almost took that with my second pick, and
gamble.
I'm like, maybe it'll come back around. Did not.
I'll throw a little bit of sand on the fire and it flames up.
That show creeped the shit out of me as a kid, man. It really did.
There are so many shows that I want to take right now that I just don't think are going to come back around. But I have to pick my heart. And I'm going to take Keenan and Kel.
Okay.
They're putting on a movie, aren't they? Real soon?
The second Good Burger.
Good Burger 2, yeah.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
All right.
I do.
Man, I'm leaning between like 2 or 3 here.
Yeah, I had to.
Even though one I'm not going to pick this time is probably a little near and dear to my heart, I think the stronger choice in terms of this genre, I'm going to go Clarissa Explains It All.
Great show. Jim, is it true you dressed as Ferguson for Halloween?
That is
once?
true. That is true. Actually, that is true.
All right. So, in Tim's vein, I am going to take a sketch show off the board, and all of that is being
there. You go
here. And with my next pick, I'm going to appeal to the more recent crowd, and I'm going to draft SpongeBob SquarePants.
Thank God.
Good choice. Good choice.
I hate SpongeBob SquarePants.
I do too.
I'm not a huge fan of it,
just
but
loud.
I know it's.
I appreciate what it is.
There's a lot of
not for
episodes
me.
there's episodes that really make me laugh, but they're so few and far between that it's not like a top 5 show for me. But
that's how I feel about
a strong roster.
Yeah,
I needed it on there
for sure.
This one, and maybe this is just hitting the emotional side of me because I watched it as a kid with my grandma and at her house when I was growing up, and this is right around her and my grandpa's birthday. But I'm going to go Eureka's Castle here.
I literally hate you.
All right, well then apparently
I don't think I've ever watched an episode of that.
Oh man, absolutely loved it. That was near and dear to my heart as a kid.
Yeah. So I feel like I can get that later. So I'm going to go with something that I know is on the board right now that I can't wait to take it. But I am going Blues Clues.
Nice.
It's a great choice. I'm going to probably stick in my same time frame of the ones that I've picked. It's what I definitely remember growing up with. I'm going to go with arguably the greatest theme song in all of Nickelodeon shows. I'm going to take Pete and Pete off the board.
Nice.
That's number 4.
What was the formal name of that song?
Hey
that
Sandy.
show? The Adventures
Oh,
of
The Adventures of Pete and Pete.
Yeah, the song was Hey Sandy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Hey Sandy. Well, I guess I ought to just stay in that time. You know what? No. I'm gonna take an animated show, and I'm gonna take Dora the Explorer
Nice.
off the board. Everybody's gonna learn Spanish tonight, folks.
I'm gonna go True to Me. I need to get it off the board because I feel like there's too many answers that are coming around. But I had this in my car, in my dashboard for the longest time. It got sun faded, and I need to find another one. I'm going Alone in the World with a Little Cat Dog.
Ah. Forgot about the cat dog.
Cat Dog.
Because the best of like the dramatic series was taken. This one was around my time when I was a big Nickelodeon guy, and that is the Secret World of Alex Mack.
Not the one I thought you were describing, Jim.
Ooh.
I was actually contemplating picking that, but that saves me because now I can pick 2 of the animated shows that I absolutely love that are still on the board here with my final 2 picks. So I will be taking Hey Arnold
Nice.
and Real Monsters off the board.
Both strong candidates.
Very strong.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go to my coin flip app for my last one because I'm down to.
I could just flip a real coin for you.
Jim's down to 2.
But it's my
But
pick.
there's an app for that.
Yeah, there's an app for it, Tim. All right.
Sure.
So, all right. So it is a Tails, which gives me Hey Dude. Hey Dude.
God damn it.
Damn it. I thought that was going to drop.
I'm a big fan of Hey Dude.
It's a little wild and a little strange.
I loved
Make
Hey
home out
Dude.
on the range.
Hey
Horse
Dude.
and come along. Yeah. Can't get her out if you can't hold on. Hell yes.
Hey Dude.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah, what?
Like the cowboy was saying.
Oh man, it was so
Sing it
bad.
again now.
It was so
So
bad.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yes.
Are these just shows that aired on Nickelodeon, or are these Nickelodeon shows?
How old of a question of a show are you talking about?
From 87 to 94.
Is this you can't say that you can't do that on television?
No. I'm skewing
I mean, I'll
younger.
allow it if you
Because
want.
that was like a Canadian show that I would consider that a Nickelodeon show.
There's a lot of Canadian
the
shows
one where they
that came
stamped
over.
with that title graphic with the dude's head scared,
yeah, that's
scared the
you can't do that
shit
on
out of me
television.
as a kid. I couldn't watch the show.
That would have been Mark's first choice. I'm almost
100%.
positive.
100%.
Yeah. I am going. This is very dear and dear to my heart as a young child. But I am going to go Sharon, Lois, and Bram's Elephant Show.
Okay. Yeah, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
You may know it from their ending song. Skimming a rinky dinky dink,
Oh,
skimming a
that's
rinky
those
doo.
Yeah, I love that
Okay.
as well.
I love you. Yeah.
Okay.
My mom and I would sing that to each other all the time.
Yeah, my grandma
So-
and I. Yeah,
Love
would
you in the morning.
Morning and in the
Yeah,
afternoon.
okay.
Yep.
I never knew that's what that was called. I'll be damned.
Sharon, Lois, and Bram's Elephant Show. And now I'm going to go cry tonight.
Don't look up Sharon Lois and Bram's Donkey Show. It's a very different video that you're going to pull up. You will not enjoy that one at all, folks.
It's big. It's enormous.
Is that me then?
Yeah, it's down to you.
Last pick for you.
I actually have more than I thought would be on my list. I'm going to take plain old Guts off the thing. I want to put that aggro crag.
Good old Guts
on my list.
Mo. A lot of shows left on the board.
Yeah,
tons.
There is.
Yeah, there were a lot
Tons
that
and
I
tons.
had on my list.
What's the biggest one y'all are surprised didn't get taken?
Rocko's Modern Life.
Rocko's Modern Life.
Hated that show.
I
liked it.
It was on my list, but hated that fucking show.
Yeah.
I
figured figure it out.
Yeah.
I figured it out. I would have taken Wild and Crazy Kids or What Would You Do? I love those
Wild
shows.
and Crazy Kids.
Yeah, I had Wild and Crazy Kids on my list. I thought about taking.
Said, Tim?
Figure it out.
No, but I know you said there's another one after Wild and Crazy Kids.
Oh, What Would You Do?
Oh yeah, What Would You? That was Mark Summers too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I thought about taking the Amanda Show because that was in the kind of the same vein a little bit as all that. It was like the Amanda Bynes.
And that spun off Drake and Josh, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where was Hannah Montana? Was Hannah Montana?
That was Disney, I believe.
That was Disney.
But
okay.
like iCarly was Nick. Zoe 101 was Nick.
Zoe 101 for sure.
Does
My
anybody
Brother
have
and Me? I love
Paramount
My Brother
Plus?
and Me.
Because that sounds like a great time to plug Paramount Plus.
All of this is on there.
Yeah. Well, my mom and
cartoons
stepdad
like
do, so I want
Wild Thornberries. I thought someone might
yeah.
do, or Angry Beavers.
Rocket Power. Angry Beavers would have made my list if we had gone deeper. Kablam is a low key bop.
Kablam was good.
I don't know that one.
It was the.
I forgot you're 12 years younger than us, though, so that makes sense.
Kablam was the live action figure stop motion, where they had like Action League now.
Fairly Odd Parents, I think, is one that was pretty damn popular.
I hate that show for the simple fact that everybody then it's hard enough being Tim Taylor, and then you get Timmy Turner.
Oh,
like right after that.
Speaking of Tim Taylor, did you see that the oldest kid from that show just got popped a second time for like domestic abuse?
Hell yeah, Brad.
I mean, who would have thought that that having Tim Allen as your childhood mentor would have turned you out to be
Zachary Ty Bryan?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's not
good. Home Improvement is on Disney Plus now. I've been revisiting some of those episodes.
It had been on Hulu for a while and then it disappeared.
It's never good when TV Insider is writing an article about your life on June 22nd of this year entitled Zachary Ty Bryan and How His Life Spiraled Out of Control After Home Improvement.
Well, didn't the youngest kid had some
Taron Noah Smith?
Yeah.
He had to
Mark?
sue his
Mark,
family because he said they were like stealing his money.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
JTT just kind of disappeared.
Yeah, he came back on the scene a little bit with
he had like the 8 Simple Rules spot.
And then he did when Tim Allen did The Last Man Standing, he did a small guest spot on there for like a handful of episodes. But yeah,
he was also on Smallville for a stretch.
Oh.
He played a character in Smallville. I remember that. God, Zachary Ty Bryan, not Zachary Ty Bryan, Jonathan Taylor Thomas in the early mid 90s was untouchable.
Oh yeah,
he was Simba. He was
a Disney legend at that point.
He was like boy Tarzan. He was everything.
Did anybody say Jimmy Neutron as a show that didn't
I don't believe that one came
didn't
up.
get named? That was another one. I'm looking down over IMDb's list of top 35 Nickelodeon shows. We did say Angry Beavers, right? My Brother and Me. I don't even know what that show is.
Never heard of that.
It was really good.
94, 95.
Like I didn't know Paw Patrol was a Disney one or a Nickelodeon show.
Yeah,
not that I would have put that on there, but that seems pretty popular now.
Yeah, and
there's thinking of ones that have toys for them.
Like there's so many of these new ones that just I have no clue what any of these are.
Bubble Guppies. Oh boy, was that a shit show.
Kablam made the list at 34. I know he said Kablam. Man, Nickelodeon like that, and like, oh, bye, Tim.
Tim got the shits of it. He had to go, he said.
But yeah,
Yo Gabba Gabba. That was a Nickelodeon show with the big prickly dildo.
Yeah,
I'll be damned.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either. And that's the thing. Like, I mean, I watched Nickelodeon, till probably about like 12ish. And then I don't know. I just kind of got out of the Nickelodeon game, I guess, and didn't realize a lot of those things were.
I have Paramount Plus. I've not gone back and watched a lot. The bit that I did, like I tried to watch Are You Afraid of the Dark, and it's just so hokey and corny. That's hard for like 40. And again, I get it's not built for 40-year-old Ryan, but I didn't love like Pete and Pete. I think I could really get into and watch and enjoy that again. I could probably enjoy. Hey Dude, and like the storyline of that.
Because like I've rewatched
probably pretty dumb.
Yeah, like I've rewatched Boy Meets World, and I've watched like all sitcoms, but yeah, I'd have to I should go back and watch at least like one episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark and things like that.
I'll check that out. I'll check out some of the cartoons. Like I've watched Doug since, but I haven't revisited Hey Arnold, Real Monsters. I watched some of Rocko's Modern Life because then they had that movie a couple years ago, and that did not hold up.
Which one was? Which one?
The Rocko's Modern Life movie.
I had no clue they even made that.
Yeah, not long ago.
So like I've tried watching like old episodes of Double Dare, and it's like it is like super super cheesy, and then they had They had like new episodes of Double Dare. I want to say like 5-ish years ago.
With the lady host.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And again,
it flopped pretty hard though.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it had a similar vibe, but like, here's the thing. Like, I think it was probably watched more. Like the first couple episodes, people our age that grew up with Double Dare. But like to kids of today, I think it's too hokey because it did feel like, even though it was a new show, it felt very original. And the
revival ran from June of 2018 to December of 2019.
Wow.
Year and a half.
Yeah. That it didn't. Because like I just don't think it connects with kids today because it is a very kind of like cheesy game show.
Lisa Koshy, was that her name?
Yeah. I mean,
Liza Koshy.
Yeah, Liza. I think it was. I think she did it. She did a really good job as host. It was produced. It was produced well, but yeah, I don't think it. And then I think too the pandemic didn't help it because it was ran until the end of 2019.
That's a good point.
And then like that's an easy one to cut.
Are we putting this out for the folks to vote on? Who has the best list?
Yeah, we'll get a graphic together. We'll put it out. So yeah,
Brian, you only have one animated show, and it's Dora. You really went heavy on the live action.
I did. It's really what I remember watching. I animated shows that I remember really watching was Rugrats and Doug. Like they were the two that I really remember watching a lot of. Like Real Monsters was probably right at the end of my like watching time of Nickelodeon before I like moved away from like watching Nick.
And Hey Arnold kept me on a little longer than I otherwise would have watched. But yeah,
And I didn't care for Hey Arnold, like the fucking stupid heifer. I just hated that show so goddamn much.
Yeah, Doug and Rugrats are my 1 and 2. Easy without question.
Easy.
Those were always my number 1 and 2. We like technically weren't allowed to watch Ren and Stimpy, but like it was one of those things that we like would kind of sneak. Like my cousins, my brother and I would like watch it, and we'd like somebody would be on parent watch. It's like, oh, they're coming back, and you like change the channel back to like fucking, some wholesome cartoon or something. Yeah, this was fun. Yeah, we'll definitely get a graphic together, and we'll get a poll out there. People can vote and see.
Now, we sent Mark to see Mark Summers last week.
Mm-hmm.
Truth, honesty, that's where Mark was. Do you think? And we say even one simple assignment was to get an audio clip of "Hi, this is Mark Summers, and you're listening to 3CT Podcast."
He failed
for the Tuesday shows that we don't always talk about professional wrestling.
He failed.
Yeah, big time, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, thanks for nothing, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. We should message him though and just ask him if we were doing a Nickelodeon draft, what show would he take first?
He should have been here if he wanted to be part of this.
But I guarantee he would say you can't do that on television.
Yeah,
probably
100%.
But yeah, that's where we'll leave it here. So again, as I said at the top of the show, we will not be live this week. Who knows? Maybe I'll jump on a Facebook Live. Ryan and I are heading down to the Delaware shore, to the Delaware beaches this weekend. So we'll be down there. Maybe I'll throw a live video up from the road. And just chat with the 3CT crowd. But no live show this week, but we will be getting content out there. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you do that and follow us on all of our social media and our YouTube channel. Head over to TeePublic to get our merchandise. It may be on sale, it may not. TeePublic is running sales all the time. Did find this out recently. They added tie-dye shirts to the TeePublic store. So most of our designs, I believe, you can get in tie-dye if you are a tie-dye person. So head over there. But until next time, stay safe, stay smart, and as always, go for the pin.